top of that, way more power, so maybe running conservative more.
If I was to take it to another shop now and say I want to know what power, My name is Brad Skinner. We have a 2004 Lamborghini Gallardo underground racing car, stage 3, built motor, fuel system, piggyback, Motec, making 1250 to the wheels on map 4.
So how long have you had the car?
About 6 months.
And did you do the build, or did you buy it built, or?
2 owners ago, a guy named Dustin Bradshaw, I think it was. Then a guy named Cody Chapman at Chapman Auto Performance in Denver, Colorado bought it, and I bought it from him.
So do you do any autocross with the car, or are you just?
No autocross. I plan to take it to the Texas Mile next year. I don't know what the car is actually geared to run, but I'm hoping for 205, 210, 215, something like that.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. What does the car have as far as safety features to protect you at those speeds?
I'm going to say not a lot. I'm going to have to put a roll cage in it. I think it's a 4-point to run over 205. I'll have to double check the rules, but that and a helmet, and that's about all you have, as far as I know.
So what else have you got planned to do to the car?
That is really it. I'm going to try to keep it in one piece. I'm going to keep the motor together. I have a couple of maintenance kind of things to do to rebuild the throttle bodies and etc. But as far as I know, being a built motor car, it should be pretty reliable. That's what I hear.
Well, I appreciate you showing me your car.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm Dave Adams, and this is a 2600 Alfa Romeo Touring Spider. It was built by the Touring chassis restoration plant in Milan, Italy, and then with an Alfa running gear.
How long have you had the car?
I've had the car about 12 years. It was completely rusted out when I got it, so I had to completely restore it and rebuild everything.
How long did that process take?
It took about 10 years. It's been on the road a couple of years since then.
Do you get to drive it very often?
Well, this is its first long trip. I live in Baton Rouge, so it's about 200 miles up here to Jackson, and it's the first time it's been more than 10 miles from home since I restored it. So.
Did you have any trouble?
Well, this was actually the second attempt. I tried to come up last year, and the wheel bearing gave way, so I had to trailer it home. But this was its second attempt, so it made it this time.
What is the horsepower rating on your engine, and can you tell me a little bit about that engine?
Well, it's a 2600 cc engine. It's 6-cylinder. It's the last inline 6 that Alfa Romeo put in a production car. I think the horsepower is about 150. It's got 3 2-barrel Solex carburetors.
How much does the car weigh?
I think it's about 2,900 pounds.
I bet the car's a lot of fun to drive.
It's a lot of fun, when you get going, it loves to go about 55 to 65, just cruising along, and that's kind of what it was made to do. It was more a GT car than a fast little sports car like some of the other Alphas.
You have a beautiful car. I appreciate you sharing it with me.
Thank you.
My name is William Seal, and this is a 1987 Ferrari 328 GTS. Well, it replaced the 308 series in 1986, increased engine capacity from 3 liters to 3.2 liters, made a few cosmetic changes, interior and exterior, but mostly it's the same DNA as the famous 308 that everybody knows from TV shows and movies. I've had it about 4 years. It took me a while to find the right one. I didn't want a high mileage car. I wanted a car that had relatively low mileage but needed some work, so I could make sure that I was the one who did most of the service on it. Found this in Florida about 4 years ago, purchased it. It's been in New Orleans being worked on by Jim Lindsay in New Orleans for a while, and then just got it back up here to Mississippi about a year ago. I'm driving at about 1,000 miles a year, which isn't much at all, but it only has 29,000 miles on it for a 32-year-old car.
That is a low mileage car.
Actually, let me do the math again, 35-year-old car.
Well, you have a very beautiful car. I appreciate you sharing it
Thank
with
you
me.
very much.
My name is Jim Stevens. I'm from Madison, Mississippi, and I've got a 1969 Mercedes 280 SL. I have owned the car for about 20 years now. Done some refurbishing over the years, including a complete repaint and some rechroming and other work. Put carpet set in it, put air conditioning in it, and some other work to try to gradually refurbish it.
So, how often do you drive the car?
Probably drive it about once a month. I've only put 14,000 miles on it in the last 20 years. It's a what's called a W113, which is a hardtop convertible. It has a removable hardtop and also has a soft top convertible top. It's got a straight 6-cylinder engine with overhead cam and mechanical fuel injection. Puts out only about 170 horsepower, but it runs very, very smoothly, as most Mercedes do, and it's really a fun car to drive.
All right, well, I appreciate you sharing your car with me.
Thank you.
My name's Amy Lenore. It's a 1966 Volkswagen Beetle. It lives in Clinton, Mississippi.
Be telling me about the restoration of this car and why it got restored.
Oh yeah. I had a 73 while I was in high school and college, and actually rolled it right after I redid the motor. And so I took that motor and we put it in this one, because this one's, I can't really remember, but I think the motor was just kind of not so good. But anyway, we converted the voltage over from a 6 volt to a 12 volt. And it was restored in a friend's garage over 10 years. And it was actually painted in their garage.
You said this car's been done for how long?
30 years. No, 20 years it's been done. But I've had it for 30 years.
And what were you telling me about the interior? Let's take a look at the interior.
Yeah. All the interior has been redone. New carpet, new upholstery, new door panels, new headliner. All that's been redone. Everything was pretty much stripped and repainted. And here's the engine back here.
So this is a 66 car, and you've got the 73 engine in it.
Right. Now you can see right here, actually, it says 1300, but it's actually 1600.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, about that.
Well, you have a beautiful car. I appreciate you sharing it with me.
Sure. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Mark Doyle. I'm from Natchez, Mississippi, and my car is a 1987 Porsche 911 Cabriolet.
So what can you tell me about the car?
Well, you know, take a look at it. It's 35 years old, and everything that you see is original. The paint is original, the rubber is original, the interior is original. Every single thing on the car, with the exception of the tires and, you know, the obvious things, the battery, all of it is original. It's, I'm the third owner, and all three owners have been very serious preservationists. And, you know, it's just one of the most original, unmolested 911s of its era. It has 41,000 original miles on it. Not too long ago, 3 or 4 years ago, the car was exhibited in the Porsche Museum at Porsche of North America at the Atlanta airport. The reason that they wanted it was because they said that it's one of the most original 911s of its era that they've ever seen. So I doubt very much you'll ever see a more original one than this one.
All right, well, I appreciate you sharing your car with me.
You bet.
All right, well, I hope you've enjoyed all the cars that we got into today. And that's going to wrap us up the Eurofest here in Ridgeland, Mississippi.